Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Raven here. If you didn't know, you know, and that's legit on period. We are going to do a reaction to husband leave his wife for a younger woman. This is a Darman video. So I literally used to watch his videos all the time when it was on Facebook. I mean, it's probably still on Facebook, but I haven't been on Facebook in like nearly 2 months. Oh my gosh, 2 months. I haven't been on Facebook. But yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to watch one. And we're going to see how this goes. Like, because I'm already feeling like this is going to go left real quick. Like, man. Men. That's all I got to say.
There was this husband who would always criticize his wife.
If you worked out, they'd fit.
Woo. Woo. She's not even fat. Do y'all see this? She's not even fat. I wish my stomach was flat like that. I got a little whoop going on down there. You know what I'm saying? It's an ugly little fupa. But, sheesh, rude. Ain't shit.
You know, those stretch marks look really bad.
Stretch marks? Stretch marks? Stretch marks? We are not about to come for her because she got stretch marks. What irritates me is that, like, people be thinking that women is supposed to be perfect all the time. No flaws. A lot of men think this for some reason. Like, okay, I'm going to say boys, okay? Because real men know what's up. But boys be thinking, like, oh, she got a little fupa right there going on. Or, oh, she got her some stretch marks. Or, oh, she's not feminine enough. Or, oh, she's this. And, oh, she's that. And it's just like, damn, are you perfect? Like, shit, because you not all that either. The fuck? That little ass bed. He ugly.
Are you really gonna wear that?
Have you watched this, Drew?
Bye. Bye.
Papa, please don't go.
I'm sorry. I've met someone else.
So you want to abandon your child too?
Knew it. What about us?
I've realized that I needed to start living for myself.
You can't just go. You can't do this.
The husband ends up leaving his wife for a younger woman.
He literally
The wife
abandoned
is
his family.
devastated and spends all of her days crying. The husband starts partying and having a really good time with his new girl. He drank and partied and drank some more.
And this is the thing I feel like, you know, why whenever this happens, like, men tend to downgrade. It's like, if you want to up and leave me for another woman, at least make sure she's, like, better looking than me. Then I could be like, you know, okay, I can understand where you're coming from, okay? Maybe I could understand, like, shawty bad, like, round of applause. But they be going to the most basic ass females, like a major downgrade. You're like maybe my feelings would be hurt, like if the chick was better than me or whatever. But, and even still.
Meanwhile, his wife slowly got over the breakup and realized it was time to start prioritizing herself. A lot of time passed until one day he happened to run into her.
One thing about doorman's video is that they're always in the freaking parking garage. Always. Like, that's it. You always run into your ex at the parking garage. Like, you're never inside a Starbucks. You're never in a bookstore. You're never at the grocery store. Like, you're just always in the parking structure. Man, y'all, don't go to parking structures because apparently you're going to run into your ex.
Hey,
He trying to
Rachel.
hide that alcohol.
Hey. Where is your new girl?
she left me for a rich guy.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was
Sorry,
thinking,
Bob.
maybe we can try this again.
And where? Bye.
Don't think it's a good idea.
Bye. Exactly.
You see,
The reason I was overweight was because I never made time for myself. I was always so busy taking care of everyone else. And the reason I had stretch marks was from when I gave birth to our baby girl. And the reason I dressed so plain was to save money so you and our daughter could dress well.
everything I
The
did, I did it
sacrifice.
for our family.
The sacrifice.
And when you left, I realized I had to start living for this.
To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. In the closet. That's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it.
Rachel!
When two people first
Is he
meet,
homeless
things
now?
can be really new and exciting. It's all we can think about. Every text and every date creates goosebumps all over our bodies. But over time, that excitement starts to wear off. That shiny new relationship begins to lose its shine. And we can't help but think, is there someone better out there? The important part to remember is that not everything that glitters is always going to be gold. And whatever the problems are right now doesn't mean they'll magically go away with someone else. There will always be plenty of options, but love is not about what you can get. It's about appreciating what you already have. If you're always looking for the next best thing, then you'll never see what's right in front of you.
It's because people settle. That's what it is. I think that's the number one problem when it comes to relationships and why people tend to get divorces is because people settle. Men settle. We hear about it all the time that they settle. And women, we settle as well because it's all this pressure as far as us having to have a child by the time we're 30, be married by the time we're 30, have life together by the time you're 25 to 30. And it's just like always this pressure on us. And so I think women tend to settle and men tend to settle because they don't actually go for the woman that they desire. They get kind of like get stuck with the person, whether or not they got pregnant or whether or not they got the girl pregnant or whether they did love that person, but thing was they was not in love with the person. And I think that a lot of times things get misconstrued and people just settle because they like what the person provides opposed to actually being in love with the person. And people need to learn how to distinguish when they are in love and when it's just love and you just love what they provide. And I think a lot of these men tend to stay in relationships although they're not happy because they already invested a lot into the relationship. Vulnerability, money, time, effort, all that stuff is being invested, and that's an investment that they can't get back. And a lot of women tend to also get too comfortable in relationships, and so they stop doing the things that they used to do before maybe marriage or before actually being in a committed relationship. And I think that's a major problem when it comes to relationships. And I hate to make it seem like, oh, women are always the problem, because it's not, because men are assholes too, and they have their share as well. But I think a lot of times women get to the point where they're like, oh, well, we're exclusive, or I got the ring, and so I don't have to work hard. And the reality is, to me, in my mind, when you get married, you have to work twice as hard to keep that marriage going, like keep that man, because a lot of women, they started to like not put effort in their clothing anymore. They don't dress the way they used to dress. If they used to play video games with their boyfriend, now they're married, so they don't play the video games anymore. Like, they think they're sealed and they don't have anything to worry about. So then when another woman comes into the place, now it's so easy to sit here and call her a hoe and a homewrecker, when it's like, I mean, can we really throw shade at her that much? Like, your issue should be with your husband or your man, not the side chick, because she don't owe anything to you. And when it gets to the point where you start taking your man for granted and he starts entertaining somebody else, and she's like, hey, like, I see a good man, so I'm going to take this man. I just feel like we can't really get mad. Like, I mean, that's just my perspective on situations like that. Like, I think the sole problem in her case was why he lost interest in her was because she stopped looking the way that she looked at one point in time. And when it's important, like when you're in a relationship or you're married specifically, that you be close as possible to the person you was prior to you guys getting a relationship, because that's why that person fell for you to begin with, you know? So I think that, yeah, you look at it in a sense of, hey, I'm saving money and I'm sacrificing for this, that, and the other. But at the same time, I think a lot of women tend to get lost in these relationships, which tended to be her problem. And she wasn't the best her that she could be because she sacrificed all that stuff. And then you see, and I also put it on that whole thing where it's like you date to marry, because when you think about it, a lot of times us women, we get dressed up when we're single, when we're doing all this stuff, you know. But then soon as we get in a relationship, a lot of us just stop doing that. Because we got in a relationship and now we're comfortable. We feel like we don't have to work hard anymore because we already bagged this person. And I think that was kind of the situation on her end. And I also think it's a combination of him just settling and not going for the woman that he truly desired. And we also saw that he was an asshole because he was willing to abandon his child for a whole nother woman. That's literally what he did. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely hit that thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, so that way you could be up to date with whenever I upload. Also, let me know in the comments what else I should react to. I do have a series where I react to TV shows and movies, so if you have any suggestions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Until next time, love ya. Peace.